my name is Dave Eyler. I'm a Senior Director of Product Management at SingleStore, and I'm super excited to show you some of the great features that we've got coming in terms of monitoring and observability in SingleStore Cloud. So the first thing I want to do is take a real-time look at what's going on in my deployment. I'm over here, I'm going to click on, let's take a look at this Manish Workspace Group 2. Click on Workspaces here. Here I can see a real-time view of the three most important fuel types behind my deployment. So I've got CPU, memory, and cache. That's the persistent cache disk. And I can see real-time view. I can see the number of cores and also the max on any particular core. I can see the memory broken down by how much is reserved versus available. And I can also just see how much of the cache is going to be used. Now I might also be interested in what's going on with the different databases and how much space they're taking up. So if I click over here into databases, I can see, all right, look, it looks like this TPCH dataset takes up the most disk space, but this MarTech dataset is actually using the most memory space. So it's interesting to be able to break those down and see all the different datasets and know how much space they're taking. But now you might be thinking, well, this is what's going on in my deployment right now, but what if I want to know a historical view of what's happening with it? So if I click over here on monitoring and I say open monitoring, this is going to open a dashboard, which is going to be a historical view of all the things that I might want to see. And here you can see, I can see a historical view of CPU, and it's broken down by the max and min core loads of a single core, as well as the average number of cores. Now, the reason this is interesting is because if you have a max single core load that is really high, that could be an indication of skew. So that's a thing to watch out for. I can see how much memory is being used over time, how much of the persistent cache disk is being used. If I'm wondering what these things mean, I can click on these tooltips, give me a little more description. How much storage is being used. We've got write and read queries per second, including that yellow line is how many have failed. So that's a thing, another thing you can watch. Workload management queries, if I'm interested in those, and also rows read and written per second. Now, this is only looking at the last 30 minutes, but what if I want to look back further? I might say, I want to see the last 7 days. All right, and I can look back further in time, and because SingleStore is such a fast database, you can see how many data points, see how fine-grained that is, and how quickly that's coming back, which is part of what makes SingleStore great is a super fast ingest, super fast real-time analytics, and we're really demonstrating it inside of our product here. When I look at this view, I can zoom in on areas, so I might see this moving down here, and I'll go, what's up with that? And so I'll just drag like that, and now it's going to zoom in on just that view that changed the time window that I'm looking at, and so I can come in here and see what was exactly happening at this time when I saw the cache usage drop off. So that's it for now, and you can be on the lookout for a lot more really cool features in terms of monitoring and observability in SingleStore.